Hi, this is Simon, the chef half of ABC TV's The Cook and the Chef. Welcome to our vodcast where you'll find bonus cooking tips and program extras. There are more vodcasts at abc.net.au/TV/video. And don't forget to watch The Cook and the Chef Wednesday nights at 6:30 on ABC TV. See you then.
Right, well, here you go, mate. This is a 1-year-old crocodile.
Yeah?
Yes, a saltwater crocodile.
He feels so gorgeous.
He does. His skin is just beautifully soft. But you can understand, you know, why people think that this makes great leather.
So which bit of the skin's most prized?
Well, the most prized part is actually the belly just here.
Yep.
You know, that's because you see these nice regular scale rows, and that just makes a really nice surface for, you know, handbags and things like that. So that's traditionally, you know, the part of the skin that gets used. So if you want to hold him, just put one hand around his neck, and the other one just support him there.
Yep.
If you can, put his tail actually under your arm, so
it's
between your chest. That's right, and just let him sit on your arm. So.
Okay, so as for eating, what would this little guy eat?
Well, they tend to feed them mince, which is, you know, usually meats like chicken and sometimes a bit of kangaroo and various vitamins and mineral supplements that go in there. So in effect, you're actually giving the crocodile a very high protein diet so that they actually grow very quickly. Yep. And the industry is trying to develop some artificial feeds at the moment as well, so that it's easier to store. Of course, if you want, you know, meat, you've got to have fresh meat, and often for a lot of crocodile farms are established, particularly in remote areas, because they're extremely good at assisting the local community and bringing money into the community. There's a lot of Aboriginal farms, for example, that are very successful.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But sometimes it's difficult to get meat in there, and it's often expensive. So if you can develop an artificial feed, then. But no one's successfully done it yet, not for saltwater crocodiles.
I feel absolutely privileged to hold this little guy. I'm sorry we're talking about what bits of you to eat, mate, but we're not going to eat you. He's got a bit of a way to go yet, hasn't he?
Well, he's got at least 2 or 3 years. He's got another couple of years to go.
Okay, will you enjoy that, mate?
So, Simon, these crocodiles here are actually at about the size that they would normally be culled for their skin and their meat. They're actually from 2005, so they're just a little over 2 years old.
And these were bred here?
Yes, these were all bred here in captivity.
Okay.
And most of them are about 1.5 metres in length.
Jeez.
But some of them are a little bit older than others because they grow at different rates, and so what you do is you put the animals of the same size in the same groups together. Yep. And then you end up hopefully with what's called first grade skin, which is skin that's got no scratches on it at all. And then the meat's actually a byproduct, it's a secondary product. Okay, that's what interests me here. How do you like to eat it and what can you say about it? Well, the meat's fantastic. I mean, the only reason it's called a byproduct is because the skin is so valuable. Yep. But the meat is a fantastic meat, it's a very healthy meat, it's a very tasty meat. But this just makes me feel better about the whole thing, because if I can buy something that's not affecting the natural balance of the natural stocks, and, you know, it's sustainable and renewable. Well, I mean, this is as Australian as you can get, really, and the fact that this has had such an important role in the conservation of these animals. I mean, whether you like the idea of farming or not, you've got to acknowledge how successful the farming has been for these animals in the wild. So yeah, you absolutely don't feel guilty eating crocodile meat. Just step back until he just to see if with pleasure. That's better. Right.
He's a beautiful beast, isn't he?
He is. So Zach's, he's used to being fed like this all the time. And he comes up, grabs the chicken. And that chook is free range? Because he's obviously fussy about it. I think, yeah. I think it's they do like their meat, actually.
How much would he need to eat? That chook will last him what?
Oh, that chook would last him for a couple of weeks, no problem. Maybe even longer. He only needs to eat about 0.05% of his body weight, which is nothing. You see, because he's cold-blooded, he gets his energy from the sun. Yep. And so he doesn't need to burn up energy by keeping his body warm all the time.
Why isn't he gobbed up down?
Oh, they like to sit there sometimes, holding it before they eat it.
So he's sort of gloating that he's got the best canapé.
Yeah. I mean, if he really wants to, a crocodile like this, nice, fit, healthy croc, can probably go nearly 2 years without eating anything.
God, they're just survivors, aren't they?
But that's what makes them special, the fact that if they really have to, they can put their body through that kind of stress and still survive.
Thank you, Adam.
Okay, it's a pleasure.